So let me start off with a story. When I was in high school, I had a Pink Floyd cover band, Pink Floyd the band. We covered a lot of their songs, and there's an old Pink Floyd song from their 1970s album called Atom Heart Mother, and the title track, Atom Heart Mother, is this big 20-minute soundtrack that has some beautiful bits, and my band covered that song. And right at the beginning, the second part of the song has this beautiful section that goes something like this. And on and on and on. So it's these beautiful triads, right? And then it speeds up. I don't think I'll ever forget that because we played it so much. Now, I remember spending days and days and hours just practicing those arpeggios and triads in those keys. So I knew that I would never be able to memorize the exact notes that are being played by Pink Floyd and the orchestra, their backing orchestra for that song. I knew that I could, though, remember the chords, the 6 or 7 chords that happen, the E minor to A minor to G to B minor to A flat minor to B flat to E flat to A to B. I think those are the chords, but those kind of make sense. And if I remembered those chords, then I could start improvising over that pattern. And what do I mean by that? This is a really, really useful exercise that I still do to this day. So if I take 3 or 4 of those chords, let's take E minor to A minor to G to B minor. Okay? E, A minor, G, B minor. What I did back then, in order to get my musical chops, to get myself really musical and really knowing the song, was just play those triads and become really familiar with the chords. So I would play the E minor to A minor to G to B minor. The idea here is when it came time to jamming over that part, right? The E minor, A minor. You'll see that my right hand isn't moving very much. I'm not going from this C minor up to here. What I'm doing is going from this E minor, and this is the mental exercise and the physical exercise, is going from this C minor. What's a variation that requires little movement? Well, this one, where my E just stays, my thumb stays on the E, and just these 2 fingers shift. Good. What's another variation? I could keep my finger from here and go down. Oh, that sounds beautiful, right? And now that I'm here, how do I go to the next chord? How do I go to the G? Well, if this is my A minor, let's go to the G. I can either keep going down, and that has an interesting sound, right? Versus right, so each one of those things are variations on the same 4 chord progression. I don't have to remember the way that Pink Floyd wrote it. I don't have to refer to the sheet music and sort of sit there like this, hunched over. I can have faith that my fingers, at the moment of performance, whatever it is that I'm doing, or if I'm playing with others, I'm confident that my fingers and my body, through practice, know which way sounds best. Whether it's going down, right? Or whether it's going up. And now down. G. try that as an exercise. Obviously, the prerequisites of this is knowing how to play chord variations or how to transform chords. So to know that this is an E minor and that this is an E minor, and to be able to wherever you are along the keyboard, jump to an E minor. If you're here, to see that this is a G minor, right? E minor to G minor without very much movement. Have a look at my other videos relating to chord variations and the importance of triads and arpeggios in your practice, and that should get you on the way to mastering complex songs like Pink Floyd's Anna Part Mother. Thank you.